So hello my dear brothers, and in this video guys, you will hear a lot of Spanish language, cause in today's video guys, we are going to play as the United Mexican States. But in today's video, we are going to form a new Mexican empire. We are going to annex the Central America, plus we are going to take back our lands from the United States of America, and probably we will make them our puppet. And of course, we will conquer as much lands as it will be possible in today's campaign. So, without further ado and eating tacos, let's start our campaign, and as always, enjoy!
Seguro que sí, sí puedo, seguro que sí, sí puedo, sí puedo, sí puedo, sí puedo.
And didn't mention that now we are ruled by the Partido Nacional Agrarista, and our regime is agrarian socialism, the golden eagle of the south. What about Mexican history? 19th century was the worst for us because we lost almost all our lands, we lost everything, but at the beginning of the 20th century we had a civil war, it was horrible, but now Mexico has stabilized it a little bit, but we still got a lot of problems which we need to solve in this campaign. Plus, we need to take back our lands from the Americans, which we have lost 100 years ago. In New Year downs for the Southern Eagle. So this is the second part of the text, you can read it. I'm actually too lazy to read it, but I just want to say only one thing. La patria es primero. Sheesh man, I didn't know Spanish, but I really want to learn it because this language is super cool. Just don't forget about the República Socialista Federativa Soviética de México. So after a couple of decisions and death of the original Zapata, we have the military coup in Mexico in April 1936. How could this happen? And no boys, we got the normal Mexico, not a red one, and we are ruled by the Partido Auténtico de la Revolución Nacional with the Pablo González Garza. But it isn't a final coup, and it isn't the end of our political struggle in the country. We will have more troubles in the future. In May 1936 we will say goodbye to the Pablo González, cause now we will have the military junta in power of Mexico. Yep, now Emergency Council is ruling United Mexican States. And now we have our first government with Juan Barragán Rodriguez. Oh, and yeah, greetings to my Mexican brothers. And finally, in the late May 1936 we've got event about restoration of monarchy in Mexico, and of course a new Mexican monarchy shall arise from the pages of history. But now we have another problem, and yeah, it's Yucatan. If we choose the first option, we can form the third Mexican empire. If we choose the second option, we can form the fourth Mexican empire. If we choose the third option, we won't form the fifth Mexican empire. I would like to choose the second one. And as I said, we would form a fourth Mexican empire. It's November 1936, and it is our fifth government in this game. But now with the monarch Moctezuma III. Yucatan's question was solved in the peace way. That makes me pretty happy, cause I don't want to kill any of our brothers. Viva Mexico! I see that we have option to justify the war goal against the Guatemala and liberate them from the horrors of the socialism, so let's do it, and we are going to destroy them in October 1938. At least we've got 1 year to prepare to this war against Guatemala. It is going to be our first expansion. Gosh, I love those icons and names of these events so much. Let's just read it together. La Reconquista de la Secesión Mexicana, reclaiming our lost territories. And of course we're crazy, we're going to claim all our lands in the United States and not only in the United States. I guess our first aim is going to be American Union State and demanding taxes. Cause you see that their situation is catastrophic. Well, the American Union State denies our territorial demands. Then war it shall be. So let's destroy this pussy and take at least a few parts of Texas back to the Mexico. And as you see, they have no forces at our border, so it's gonna be easy. And as I see the situation, even with our debuffs, we are fighting pretty good against them. So from the whole partition I will get only 1000 taxes. Also I have occupied Transpecas, but it is actually a part of the West Command Center, so I won't gain it. At least I got something from this partition. Next thing that I will do is take back New Mexico. And don't forget about Guatemala. And will the United States accept our demands? Alright, and what actually we will get? I got nothing, but guys, for real, you saw that they accepted our treatment. I will get El Paso back, which they have took from me a little bit later after the war against me, so I'll take this land back to have a normal border. I think that now everything is fair. Now we have the partition of the Guatemala and Nicaragua, but I will take only Guatemala lands. I think that New Mexican borders looks pretty cool. As you can see, Canada has joined the Second American Civil War on the side of the Pacific States of America. Pacific States of America owns our lands, so we need to destroy them and help constitutionalists to fight against the horrors of democracy. So we will join Second American Civil War too, and we will march to Los Angeles and San Francisco, then march to Alta California, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco. It is all our Mexican cities, and we need to take them back to the homeland. And maybe after the capitulation of the United States of America, they will take the Midwest lands, and we will take Midwest lands after them. I don't know what will happen in the future, so let's see. We march for San Francisco. They've got no forces on our border, so I think that at the beginning of this war is going to be pretty easy. Normal day on the American-Mexican border. San Diego is liberated, our next stop is Los Angeles. And no one is defending Los Angeles, as you can see. 16th of April 1939, Los Angeles is liberated. Well, a victory over the Pacific States, and we've got three options. We can demand Southern California, we can demand all of California, or we can continue our offensive. Right now I will save our game and we will try first two options. If they won't work, we will try the third option. Holy shit, those fuckers have agreed to give us the whole California. For real, now we own California. And it's not a joke. We can truly say that this war against the Pacific States of America was a little victorious war, in which we gained the whole California. By the way, I have formed my own faction and it is called Pacto de Autodefensa. And as I said at the beginning of this video, we've got a lot of Spanish language in it. Goodbye Honduras, El Salvador and Nicaragua. And I'm just annexing all of them. 8th of September 1939, the Community of France declared war on the German Empire and we were selected to the German Empire. It's obvious. Nah bro, I just want to say hi to you, you know, I just want to drink coffee in Reno and Carson City. I mean bro, I'm kidding. Hola gringo, get the fuck off my property. This land belongs to Mexico. Oh shit, if we declare war, they may join Entente. I'm so scared of that. I don't know what to do. I'll declare war on you, man. I'm not scared about your pussy Entente. And no, they didn't join Entente, so they are going to be fucked. So after taking Seattle and a few more cities, Pacific states have officially collapsed, and now we're going to take their lands. And that's the final partition of the Pacific states. And now I just want to declare war on all fractions of the Second American Civil War, cause I don't want to have any deals with them. All of them are not my friends, they are traitors. Second American warlord has capitulated, and now we're going to divide lands of the Second American Republic. And in September 1940, Mexican forces have liberated Washington DC from the horrors of the American imperialism. And the final dungeon master is going to be Combined Syndicates of America. Easy for hands, dance, put it upper belt. I don't want to divide America, and I don't want to divide them without black belt. I just want to liberate the United States. I don't think that balkanization is a good sin. Finally, after a few days of the finishing of the Second American Civil War, we have murmurings of an Anglo rebellion. So after taking all our rightful lands, we have stuck with the problem of Anglo-Americans, because they are the domination population in those regions. The gringos will learn to accept the rule. Now we will have to work with those 6 questions to reorganize the North. And the first one is going to be our policy on Yankee women. But I guess you know my answer on this question. Women must be in the kitchen and cook dinner for their husbands. An offer from Russia. So Russia wants to invest money in our economy, and of course we will accept the offer. Russo-Mexican cooperation. What can be better? A typical day in Entente. Well, status of language in the territories. Brothers, you all know that I'm a great lover of English language. English language is one of my favorite languages in the world. But, you know, esto es español. The gringos will learn our tongue and they will do it fast. So yeah, Spanish will be the only one official state language in Mexico. Fate of Hollywood. Purge the studios and build heavy industry over its corpse. A normal day in the fourth Mexican Empire. Can't even make films in California. Now we have option in political power to finish the Central American question, and we need to conquer Costa Rica and the remaining part of the Panama. This part of Panama will go to the Colombia. The reintegration of the Mexican cession. A decades-old humiliation has finally been avenged. Well, except the Central American states, but we will deal with that after this focus. So we don't even need to justify any war goals, we can just go and fight Costa Rica. That was too easy. Next stop is Santiago and Panama Atoll. I guess we can even take the Panama Canal, so let's try to do that. Because negotiations will be held with Kingdom of Canada, and that's actually what we need. If they reject, we have a war goal against them, and boom, it's invasion and vroom to Ottawa and Montreal. And as I predicted, they denied to give us the canal. Funny invasion has officially started. So as you can see, my dear brothers, Canadians are fucked. Even King Edward flees the Kingdom of Canada. Bro, we all know that you have relocated to the Australasia. Don't lie to all of us about your location. We all know that right now you are living in Darwin. Don't ask me why I think so, I just know it. Holy shit, so Canadians have capitulated, but they have capitulated with Kingdom of Spain actually, and Puerto Rico, Dominion of Alaska, and West Indies Federation. What about West Indies Federation? It's going to be mine, as well as Puerto Rico and other islands in the Caribbean Sea, and Canada of course was New England. What about Kingdom of Spain? I don't really know, but I want to take some African colonies. So this is actually the partition of Canada and their allies, but you know, I'll take this piece back to me with Montreal, because I didn't have enough war score, and plus I have took Galicia from Spain, so right now I have my own colony in Spain, and I took some islands and African territories from them. Mexican people should rest somewhere. And boys, this is it, this is the partition of all of those lands, but I still have question, why the fuck didn't we sign a peace with Entente, cause just look what are they doing. And yeah, France now is the leader of this piece of shit. But I think that Third International will destroy them in a few months or in the nearest year. And just look at my sphere of influence, Pacto de Autodefensa. We have conquered the whole North America. We have even some influence in the South America. We control the Panama Canal. Plus we've got some positions in Western Sahara, in Northern Morocco, and of course Galicia. So now Mexico has some European territories. Holy fuck, I can name this campaign as the Mexican Century, cause Mexico has fucked up everyone.